Welcome to the Below Football Kaizer family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to be the first to get the latest news. Bafana midfielder flirts with Kaizer Chiefs to sign him. Kaizer Chiefs are interested in signing the Bafana midfielder. The corridors of Naturina are abuzz with transfer activity as Kaizer Chiefs set their sights on Bafana veteran Lebo Fry. The Johannesburg-born midfielder, currently plying his trade in France with Guingamp, finds himself at the center of a potential homecoming story that could shake up South African football. Fry's European odyssey reads like a footballing passport from his initial 2017 move to Guingamp, through subsequent spells in Denmark and Turkey, before returning to the French club earlier this year. His technical mastery as a deep-lying playmaker was honed during Guingamp's 6-year League One tenure, though the club's 2019 relegation marked a turning point in his continental journey. In an exclusive revelation to Soccer Beat, the 30-year-old lifted the lid on tentative negotiations. "We had preliminary discussions before Chiefs departed for their Dutch training camp," Fry disclosed, hinting at paused but promising talks. His measured response, "We'll respect all interest, local or abroad," suggests a player weighing his options carefully as his career enters its twilight years. For a Makasi faithful, the potential acquisition represents more than just another signing. It's the possible return of a battle-hardened midfield general whose European education could elevate the club's ambitions. As the transfer window drama unfolds, Fry stands at a crossroads between continuing his continental adventure or scripting a triumphant final chapter on home soil. Lebo Fry confirms Kaizer Chiefs talks. Former Bafana midfielder Lebo Fry has acknowledged that his agent engaged in discussions with Kaizer Chiefs after his departure from French League Two side Guingamp. Fry recently cut ties with Guingamp just 5 months after joining the club from Kaizer Rizespor. So far, the Soweto Giants have made 6 signings ahead of the new season. The new recruits are Saifsail Ndlovu, Kaniso Sherna, Thabiso Munyane, Pasika Mako, Ethan Chislett, and Flavio Silva. However, Amakasi's commercial and marketing director, Jessica Moutang, confirmed that more acquisitions are expected to be made before the transfer window period closes on September 22, 2025. Fry revealed that he and his representatives engaged in discussions with Kaizer Chiefs before the club departed for their pre-season training camp in the Netherlands. Fry made this disclosure while attending the Engen Knockout Challenge at Marks Park in Emmerentia over the weekend. Chiefs under-18 team lost 2-1 to Panorama U18 in the Engen Knockout Challenge final on Sunday afternoon, where Fry spoke to the media. "We had small talks with them, but I think it was the time they were going for a pre-season training camp abroad, in the Netherlands," said Fry. So, the negotiations, were stalled a bit. Hopefully, in th. Signs of trouble at Naturina. Kaizer Chiefs losing the plot amid Nasreddine Nabi's looming exit as Khalil Ben Youssef and Cedric Kaze seek to steady ship. After a surprisingly positive start from Kaizer Chiefs at the beginning of the 2025-26 season, it now seems like the Soweto Giants are fast running out of steam. The Glamour Boys were quick out of the blocks, winning 4 of their first 5 matches as they looked as though they would mount a title challenge. The manner in which they collected those points was particularly eye-catching, especially defensively, where they appeared rock-solid. Their defenders, spearheaded by Inacio, Miguel and Zitha Quinica, as well as their goalkeeper Brandon Peterson, were immense in that period as Chiefs kept 5 successive clean sheets. But against Sekakun United, Nasreddine Nabi's men came unstuck, losing 3-1 in a game that now appears to be the Tunisians' last as a Makasi coach. The club is currently negotiating a parting of ways with their coach, with reports indicating that this is due to Nabi not having the papers to sit on the bench in CAF Confederation Cup assignments. For Chiefs, this has coincided with the further deterioration of their form, as they went on to lose the first leg of their first preliminary round clash with Angolan side Cabascorp 1-0 away from home. Having now lost 2 successive matches in all competitions, Chiefs seem to be going back to their old ways, and here, Goal details how they find themselves in this situation. Flattering to deceive? After such a bright start, Chiefs fans will be forgiven for dreaming of a potential title charge, but it now appears that it will remain just that, a dream. In order to remain in the conversation for the title, the Soweto Giants need to be more consistent in getting results, and can't afford to slip up too many times. But should they get their affairs in order soon enough, the boys from Naturina could still regain their early momentum and end up challenging the Nabi saga. It now looks certain that Nabi's relationship with Chiefs is over, following a coaching licensing fiasco that comes as a big shock to everyone. The issue around his CAF qualifications, which means he would not be able to sit on the bench for any of their interclub competition fixtures this season, had led to this sudden divorce. Chiefs have since confirmed that they are currently negotiating with Nabi regarding his exit, but it is still unclear who will replace the Tunisian. Over the weekend against Cabascorp, his assistants Cedric Kaizer and Khalil Ben Youssef were given the responsibility of leading the team from the touchline. Misfiring again, where are the goals? Chiefs have been goal-shy so far this season, but were able to get away with it because of their stoic defense, which kept attackers at bay and ensured they avoided defeats. But as they begin to concede goals, their lack of creativity and killer instinct in front of goal is increasingly Kaizer Chiefs coach Rubbish's reported reason why Nasreddine Nabi is leaving the club. That's just nonsense. Following a promising start to the season and a picture-harmonious camp, things have unexpectedly changed for Amakasi. With their coach on his way out of the club, that has coincided with a dip in form amid fears of a demoralized dressing room. That leaves the Soweto Giants with a task to rise from the goings-on at Naturina. Why is Nabi leaving Chiefs? Kaizer Chiefs have confirmed they are in discussion to finalize parting ways with coach Nasreddine Nabi. Reports suggest that the Tunisian does not have the requisite coaching qualifications to sit on the bench in Amakasi's CAF Confederation Cup matches. Other reports say he is headed to his home country to be with his wife, who was recently involved in an accident. Former Chiefs coach Sergio dos Santos has questioned some of the reasons given for Nabi's imminent departure. People come to Chiefs without realizing how big this team is. We still don't know for sure what the issue is or why Nabi is no longer with Chiefs, dos Santos told Kickoff. Was his wife unwell, and did he need to return to her? Yes, that is true, she was unwell, and he did need to return to her. Is it still so serious that he wants to go back to her? We don't know. Is it about the coaching license they are discussing? That's just nonsense. I presume there must be a problem, but no one is telling us what it is. When Nabi came back, he was not the same on the sideline. He gave the impression that he might not be fully present. Perhaps the situation with his wife was very serious. There is more happening that we are unaware of, added dos Santos, who also played for Amakasi. People come to Chiefs without realizing how big this team is. It is akin to Manchester United in England. You can't make excuses about not having the players. If you take the job, you should expect it to be a substantial responsibility. Now the club has invested in many new players, changed the squad, and supported him, but I'm not convinced that he has successfully managed the team. Nabi has failed at Chiefs. I say this because, just like last season, there is still no consistency, he continued. You can't play against Sekakun United, go 1-0 down, equalize to make it 1-1, and then lose 3-1. Look at the players' reactions and the changes that are made, and you start to question why the team appears so different from the last 1 or 2 matches. There is something that you and I don't know, and that's because the club is not communicating anything. Nabi departure sparks concerns. The imminent exit of Nabi has sparked fears that Chiefs might relapse and get back to that struggling side which failed to secure a top 8 finish in the Premier Soccer League. Saturday's 1-0 defeat by Cabascorp in the CAF Confederation Cup has worsened those concerns after the Soweto Giants also lost to Sekakun United in what was the Tuni placement. 6 Bafana closer to World Cup. Bad news for Nigeria and Benin as FIFA issues disciplinary sanctions. 7 Watch, Chiefs loanees strike hands, ex-Pirates coach win and humbles Bafana legend. 8 Mokazi catches the eye of English Premier League star. Bucks have produced a beast. Why is this season crucial for Nabi's Chiefs' future? Despite winning the Nedbank Cup last season, Chiefs disappointed in the PSL, where they finished 9th despite some impressive signings made. Nabi has been boosted by the arrival of some good and experienced players, meaning he has no reason to struggle. If he fails to deliver, chances are high that he might be fired even before the season ends. News: Kaizer Chiefs set to offload players ahead of PSL transfer deadline day. Kaizer Chiefs head coach Nasreddine Nabi has admitted that the club needs to trim its squad before the current transfer window closes on September 22. Chiefs bolstered their ranks with several new signings during the off-season, but that has created fierce competition for places, leaving some players struggling for game time. Defender Happy Machine and striker Tashreeq Morris are among those who could be loaned out or sold in the coming weeks, with the striker having already been pursued by Durban City FC. Speaking to the media, the Chiefs coach acknowledged that the club's current squad is too large to manage effectively. It is true the squad is big. The technical staff and management, through the sporting director Kaizer JNR, are working on options to offload some players in the squad, said Nabi at Naturina on Monday. We want to give possibilities to players who have not had enough playing time, especially young players who need PSL experience. Everyone is aware of that, and we are working around the clock. Chiefs return to action on Tuesday night when they host Sekhukhune United in a crucial Betway Premiership clash at FNB Stadium. A victory for either side would see them overtake mamelodi Sundowns at the top of the table. However, the fixture is expected to come too soon for new striker Kaizer Mayo, whose registration has yet to be finalized. Meanwhile, new signings Itiosa Ighodaro and Levelhong Mabo will also miss out as they continue their recovery from injuries. Nabi explained that the integration of new arrivals is a gradual process, with some recruits still lacking match fitness. Some players joined us without a proper preseason, while others, like Ighodaro, arrived injured. That is why we need to be careful incorporating them, he said. We didn't recruit them in a rush to play them right away. Some are ready, some are not. Mabo, for instance, had surgery a few weeks ago. How safe are Bruce Bvuma and Fiacrantwari at Kaizer Chiefs? Son of former Scottish Premiership goalkeeper reveals a Makasi interest. We had a long conversation. The Soweto Giants were said to be in the hunt for a new goalkeeper after leaving behind Fiacrantwari from their pre-season tour.